26 games, 68 points, and a healthy lead of 12 points at the top of the table. Barcelona surely have one hand on the La Liga crown this season. The Catalan Giants defeated Real Madrid 2-1 in what was a potential title-defining clash, if I could say that. Hello and welcome. You have tuned into WION Sports Extra. I am Nikhil Mathur and I'm joined by my editor Digvijay Singh Deo and by my colleague Shibashish Nandi. Surely this is Barcelona's title to lose now if they lose.
12 points? You can't see out 12 points, you don't deserve to win the title. I mean, I think you look across all the other leagues. In Germany, it's so tight now with Dortmund back on top. You can't say that even PSG are through the way they lost yesterday against Rennes. The Premier League right now, Arsenal have 9, but that's game in hand for City. And that's still some way to go that thing. But this is 12 points. And who's going to beat Barcelona? The 2 games against Real Madrid are gone. One Real won. That was their one defeat of the season. And another defeat I think just came a short while back, which was a big surprise.
Yeah.
Almeida
after the United game.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So who's going to take points off them? It would take a monumental collapse for Barcelona not to win La Liga. But I think the larger story is the way sort of Barcelona have come back after 2 full years of hell. I think that's what we should reflect upon in terms of how they play and all that. The good Mr. Nandi, the football expert, you two guys play football on weekends also.
Right.
You will be able to talk about it much better.
Yeah, so 2018 they won their last title.
2018-19
season. Then the financial mess, Lionel Messi
not the
left.
financial mess. I think when you look at Barcelona, you have to divide Barcelona is post that hammering at the hands of Bayern Munich, which is where everything sort of collapsed. And then that financial trouble hit home. It is in that window that Suarez left, and one by one, they had to throw everyone out because they couldn't sustain the club. Even today, the financial problems are not over.
Yeah.
Even today, you still have that referee scandal sitting on their head. Florentino Perez did not go to the Nou Camp yesterday for the game. There's a lot of tension happening behind the scenes. Laporta and him, especially Real, are saying that what is going on and all of that. You've already seen a similar kind of a scandal happening in Italy. Juventus, cooking the books, lost 15 points, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they're almost going to get a Champions League spot despite that is massive. But as things stand, let's enjoy this as we can, but with the rider that things could change dramatically.
Well, actually it did change a few seasons back when Real Madrid out of nowhere they came and won the title. I guess it was the 1920 title only. I mean, I don't remember the exact year, but Atletico or Barcelona were leading. They were like 6 or 7 points ahead, but then something happened and Real Madrid ended up winning the crown. So yeah, the race is
but 12
not
points,
over.
Shibashish is too much.
Yeah.
12 matches, 12 points. That way, it's kind of tight, but then...
And also the fact
Real is also not
they're not losing, they're not conceding goals.
Yeah.
They have the best record not in just La Liga, in Europe. I think they've conceded 9 goals? Yeah. So
And the one they conceded, that own goal, was their first from open play this season at home.
Yeah.
That's massive. And imagine the same team was shipping so many goals last year.
Yeah.
I think Xavi, you have to give him the credit, but I also think that they were very unfair with Koeman. The atmosphere was too toxic. He was only doing what he had been told by Josep Maria Bartomeu, and at that point of time, Barcelona were like the laughing stock. Let's be very fair. Barcelona, the last 2 years have been the laughing stock of world football, especially in Europe, with players going here, players going there, fire sale happening. But somehow Xavi, I think it's Xavi as well.
Yeah.
I think when he came to the club, there was hardly anyone there. Nobody wanted to stay in the club.
Yeah,
there was fire sale going on.
Kind of totally rebuilt. This is kind of his team. I mean, he obviously wants a few more players, but yeah, this is what Xavi. I mean, he likes to play, and I mean, honestly, no one actually did see. I mean, him in the Qatar League, but yeah, from what replays I have seen, this is what he's not like he's just gonna play tiki taka, but he's gonna force pressing as well. This is what has happened. This is what has taken the La Liga. I mean,
but isn't it remarkable, Nikhil, for somebody who's playing in Qatar, not exactly your top league, then
68.
managing in Qatar,
68.
and then going into perhaps one of the most scrutinized job. It's like managing Barca is like managing Manchester United, like managing Real Madrid. And don't you think that the sort of what he's done with the club, especially with the circumstances, that is something which is really going to hold him in good light. The only sort of parallel I get is when Zidane came in, when Real Madrid had to sack, I think it was Benitez was sacked?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then sort of just took over. And till that point, nobody expected Zidane to be a great sort of manager.
But I think Xavi is a tactical manager. He has got his tactics spot on. Probably I can't remember a single match where his tactics were off. Probably one against United where he didn't play his back four properly. And he knows how to get the best of his players. And they have one of the two best midfielders, teenage midfielders in Xavi and Pedri. Lewandowski is firing, he's linking up well. And their defense, it's just amazing. They have not conceded goals. So I think tactical masterclass. He has developed his team according to the way he wanted to play, according to the philosophy that Barcelona has. So I think he's been spot on with his tactics, and that has paid
Also,
rewards.
a lot of these players, okay, yeah, Lewandowski is a statement signing. Mostly Rafinha comes in for a lot of money, but a lot of the other players, free.
Yeah.
Christensen, free. Kessie, Christensen had a great game last night. Franck Kessie, free transfer.
Yeah.
So they've sort of, even now, are sort of roaming around looking for these bargain transfers. I remember initially they couldn't even get Depay registered, which is when the financial scandal was.
And they may still lose Xavi.
They will still lose Xavi.
Yep.
They're still 200 million over budget.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. They've mortgaged everything. They've sold 25 years rights to the TV income. It's basically they've gone all in, knowing that if they win the title this year, when everyone comes back and says, sort of, let's reinvest money in Barcelona, sponsors come back, and negativity around the club is sort of gone. But how do you look at these signings that he made? The fact that he knew that, okay, not getting goals, get in Lewandowski.
Yeah, Lewandowski obviously turned out to be a great signing. I mean, he's what? He's scored
34? He's 34 years old?
He's 34 years old, but he has
a proven talent, like, knows how to score.
Yeah, I mean, Lewandowski, I mean, when he initially, because Bayern's gameplay and Barcelona's gameplay, they are both different. But yeah, the way he took the La Liga, I mean, he actually adapted.
So you should remember when they took Ferran Torres from City, they were supposed to build that team around him, but the goals didn't come.
Yeah. But and also the fact that defensively, if you just conceding 9 goals in 26 games, you're definitely going to be in the contending.
I don't want to draw Liverpool parallel, but that year Liverpool won the league, especially that first half when they went unbeaten till the pandemic break almost. I think the similar numbers, right? They hardly conceded any goals.
Yeah. I mean, you have to commend how Marc-Andre ter Stegen is playing. He's been phenomenal.
And to turn and look into
Marc-Andre ter Stegen, again, he's phenomenal. I mean, Ronald Arrow, he did score an own goal, but overall he has been brilliant.
Yeah.
And yeah, even the left back, I mean, he's not a star, but he's looking to be a superstar. I mean, he has the potential. Again.
Sergio Roberto would not have probably started if Pedri was fit.
Yeah, definitely.
And remember, PK retired midway through the season. I just read a comment of his on Marca saying that I couldn't take these afternoon games under the sun after lunch.
But I think it's safe to say that if you look at the league across the world, two teams who have probably turned the page on the field is Manchester United and Barcelona. Like, those glory days are back. They're on the right
I
track.
wouldn't say about United yet, because that Arsenal, I think
Arsenal, I think they are way ahead of where they were expecting them to be. They're playing really well, but
No, hang on. Did you expect Arsenal at the start of this season to be at number 1 with what, 2 months to go?
no chance.
Barcelona, you still didn't know what to expect because they still finished second last season, despite whatever happened at the start. Koeman getting sacked, Xavi coming in. But sort of January to this January, they've been on a different level altogether. You could see the change. Arsenal, we didn't see that change. United can win whatever they want. They're still at 7-0. You can't lose 7-0.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Okay, what happens in this title race? I mean, we're talking about the 27th, but the other factor, Real Madrid. If they don't win the Champions League, what happens to Carlo Ancelotti? Because Florentino Perez doesn't like teams which don't win a trophy.
His contract's anyway about to end at the end of the season.
But they should extend it if they win the Champions League, right?
Yeah, they should, but even Ancelotti himself said that he wants to stay. So, yeah,
But he has to win something.
Yeah, he has to win something. The only thing they can still win is what? The Copa del Rey.
And Champions League.
Champions League.
I mean, yeah.
You win the Champions League, another 2-year contract.
Yeah. these two are realistically the only chance Real Madrid have to finish the season with the trophy.
But I mean, for both of you, isn't it strange the way Real play in the Champions League? Correct? And in the league where technically, even today, and I'm sticking to what I said last week when we spoke about Real Liverpool in the build-up to that game, technically, man-to-man, this is a far better team than what Barcelona have.
Definitely. It feels like they have a different team for Champions League and a different team for La Liga because Vinicius scoring goal, linking well, Benzema, Modric running through Liverpool. But when you see in the league, they're losing to teams which they shouldn't.
It's also, I think, mentality.
Yeah, that's
that,
what.
That the Champions League, they believe, is their competition.
Yeah, I mean, they have won it 14 times. It is their competition, but I don't know.
We've got something here. Keep going.
And I don't know. I mean, it's like there used to be a scene with Chelsea, that in a two-legged games they were better. The same with Real Madrid here, I guess. I mean, I don't know what.
I think they like knockout games are probably one of matches rather than the league.
Yeah, because they know they can control the game. Maybe that is what is helping them in the Champions League.
Okay, we've got something from our colleague, not very charitable. It says, in football, the most important is kicking the ball inside the goal bar. If our team started to lose, 1 to 10 file formation must be good. One player for forward, other for defense. That's being harsh. But credit to Barcelona. I mean, the way they sort of turned it around and the way they've gone about it, it's a huge step for them. It's big for European football. Remember, the same Barcelona crashed out of the Europa League in the playoff stage.
Yeah.
Didn't go past the Champions League group stage. Okay? So I just think that they're getting the results, but they're not the finished team yet.
Yeah, definitely. They are not the finished team, but I think they're on the right track, is the safe word to say that.
Like Arsenal not the finished team.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. But they've got a good run going.
They're about to win the league with some players whose age is what? 24, 25.
Yeah, but my point is, if you are an established team, then you can't be going out in the early rounds of the Europa League as well. You should, I mean, you're champions of England, you should be right there contending. You got something else? Contending right at the end as well. Okay, let's take some more questions, but you can also tease our show today. Pack Sports Bulletin. So this morning when I called Nick Hill at 8 o'clock, I said, what do we have? He said, sir, 5 headlines.
Yeah.
We should have had a full morning shift, all of us in morning, and we still would have struggled. So much happening over the night, during the weekend. Arsenal winning against Crystal Palace, Manchester United defeating Fulham in a very controversial match, which saw probably 3 red cards in like 90 seconds, including the manager and 2 players.
60 seconds, yeah. Actually.
Mitrovic. But that's a big fine. He could end up getting a hefty fine or ban because he was
pushing the referee.
Yeah, the same thing happened with Bruno and the linesman. Nothing happened there. So it'll be unfair. Maybe this is coming from a Liverpool fan, but then it's going to be unfair if
but
Mitrovic.
The headline: No Man City, Man United semi-final could be a Man City, Man United final.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Controversial decision reminds me of the Asensio goal. Do you think it was offside?
Again, with VAR, you don't know like what's offside, what's not. That line that they draw and then they put the shadow, it's difficult to comment on that.
Yeah, other stuff. You've got the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen from 15th, coming 2nd. But the grand old man, Fernando Alonso, what a season he's having. He's completely sort of the Aston Martin move. Has a 100th podium after much drama. We also have golf, where we have the winners from the Valspar Championship, as well as Danny Lee from New Zealand winning $4 million at the Live Golf event. And what else do we have?
And of course, India losing. All England. Yes. And India will also have that report where India lost by 10 wickets against Australia. No one saw that coming.
No one saw that coming. Yes. But Mitchell Starc, clearly, with the white ball,
he's different.
I mean, 2 World Cups to be leading wicket taker at 2 World Cups. That says a lot. Do we have anything before we go? Okay, the poll result. So, Nikhil?
So yeah, have Barcelona sealed a 27th La Liga crown? That was our question, and an overwhelming 75% says yes.
The 25% probably are Real Madrid fans. Okay, on that note, thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.